Can you see me now? It's not stable, have you? Okay, I'm trying to use something else. Just a second. Better now? Please let me know if you can see me now. Sorry about it's raining, so can you see me now? Any background sound? Don't worry about the background. But can you hear me? I will mute when it's time to play. Because I'm sorry. You can see me. You can hear me. Very well. Thank you. Just give me a second. Let me try and change. I'm trying to change the internet service provider for so my take. Just a second. I'm not going to Alright, YouTube people, sorry about the whole thing. I hope this week can hear me now. Just give me a second, please. I promise you. You can share by it.
I recall with sadness the day Dr. Azikiwe. Okay. This is what they call Okutatia or Mole Kosile, because this network I'm using right now is the last I'll be using, but it's the one working now. Anyway, thank God we have something to work with. So let's go back to listen to this. Was going on and on about Nigerians, Christians being persecuted in Nigeria, and he had this media round, especially on Nigerian TV stations. Anyway, it turns out after this whole episode, he turns up in the United States with none other than this group called, the American Veteran of Igbo Descent. And they had pictures, put out pictures on social media, but they also created videos. And this is one of the videos they made. So please take a listen to this, right? Please, if you can't hear, please feel free to let me know in the comment section. I think we can work with this until the rain stops, and then we'll move on to our real network. But I think this is good for now. So take a listen to this. This is Mike Arnold with his Igbo friends discussing how Nigerian Christians have been persecuted. Take a listen, please.
This is Mike Arnold. I'm back in the United States with some of my dear friends and brothers who are part of what I call the sleeping giant, the mighty Nigerian diaspora population around the world. This giant is waking up, and good things will come of it. Just yesterday, President Donald Trump declared Nigeria a country of particular concern. A lot of people have worked very hard on this for a very long time, and it's going to give tools to the United States and other countries to apply pressure to the government of Nigeria to start to clean things there. Now, what Trump said next is even more important. He said this is just the beginning. I believe that there are investigations, there are indictments, and who knows what else coming down. The Nigerian leaders who have been complicit or profited from or intentionally turned a blind eye to this genocide, this Holocaust, the light is coming. You will be found and you will be brought to justice. My friends in Nigeria, what happened yesterday is spiritually like the parting of the Jordan River. promised land lies ahead, a new Nigeria of righteousness and peace and prosperity. The battle is just starting now. Do not be afraid. God is on our side. A new Nigeria is coming. Thank God.
Thank you, my brother. My name is Evans Wankwo. I am from Cincinnati, Ohio. I was born in Nigeria. Nigeria was a very beautiful country until the extremists, backed up by the British government, turned it into a dark nation. And we all know that there's only one thing that could drive away darkness, and that is light. Yesterday, President Trump just shone a big floodlight on the nation. This nation has turned to be an evil nation. And I say that every evil has an expiration date. Yesterday, President Donald J. Trump just stamped expired on the evil that's going on in Nigeria. Thank you, President Trump, and over 125 million Christians in Nigeria say thank you.
Thank you very much. Let me begin by thanking God in a special way for this development that the President of the United States of America, President Donald J. Trump, has put Nigeria back on the list of countries of particular concern. And I also have to thank our brother here, Mike Arnold, and his close friend, Gibbs, and also in a special way, Ted Cruz, the senator. Let me clear something. You might be hearing a couple of propaganda going around. Oh no, this is going to bring sanction and more difficulties for the Nigerian people. Do not pay attention to that. If that is going to be the outcome of this mission, as a Catholic priest, I will not be part of it. I'm Reverend Father Augustine Adimegwa. I am telling the Nigerian community for a fact, this is primarily aimed at checkmating the high-level political individuals who are sponsoring terrorism in Nigeria. And I want to let you know that that is why they are running around, helter-skelter, trying to figure out how to stop it. But God is in control, because basically what it means is that many of them, they are going to lose their visa status, coming to America, even parts of Europe. Many of them who have assets in America and Europe and all parts of the world, they are running the risk of losing all their assets, bank accounts, properties, houses, and all that. They are running the risk. So long as you are identified as one of those who are perpetuating this genocide against Christians in the past 10 years, once you are identified as an individual, you are running the risk of losing everything you have overseas. And we'll continue to fight until we fix Nigeria. If we cannot fix Nigeria, we'll work for the disintegration of Nigeria. Thank you very much.
My name is Dr. Sylvester Onyia, President of AVID. The whistleblower in this is Mazin Namdekanu. She started talking about the jihadis, the Fulanis, coming over to take and displace the indigenous people of Nigeria. Well, nobody paid him heed. The only thing they're interested in doing is charging him to court. For no offense, he have committed nothing. So this coming Tuesday, we are very much aware of what has been fired, and the world is watching. We are watching. The United States is watching. So Honorable Justice Omotosho should do the right thing. We encourage him to follow the rule of law. You cannot charge a man for nothing and expect to do something with it. You cannot use a repealed law to judge any human being. You cannot do double jeopardy on any human being. You cannot extraordinarily rendition somebody from another country, Kenya, to Nigeria, and want to profit from it. Illegality cannot yield anything. So nobody is stupid these days. We will fight, and just as we have won on the CPC designation, we will win the case of Nnamdi Kanu, and they need to set him free and bring peace to normal human beings in Nigeria. Concentrate on dealing with the people that are decimating everybody, people that are trying to kill off Christians, and leave people that want to live a normal life. You cannot benefit anything from that. And we're equal to the task. And we encourage every Nigerian to stand behind Nnamdi Kanu to get and demand for his unconditional release this coming Tuesday. Period. We are sick and tired of everyday adjournment, shenanigan court. There's nothing working. We should be worrying about development of the nation, not xenophobia in the Igbos, not attacking the Igbo markets, businesses. Enough of this nonsense. It must come to an end.
Are we still in the north? Is it still about Christians being killed in the Middle Belt? Are you listening to people that have been pushing that agenda? They're like, what agenda are they pushing? They're just talking. Oh, wait. Give me a second. I'm going to read something. I want you to listen to this. This is from the Cable. Insights. Social media amplifiers of Christian genocide claim. I'll take that again. Insight. Social media amplifiers of Christian genocide claim in Nigeria affiliated with IPOB. I used to think they were not the same, and I don't think they're the same, but the more you see, the more they seem alike. Certain echo chambers on social media have played significant roles in amplifying claims of Christian genocide in Nigeria, the Cable can report. Since Boko Haram's insurgency began in 2009, allegations of a Christian genocide in Nigeria have periodically surfaced. While such narratives have persisted over the years, their intensity has fluctuated, fading briefly after last year before regaining momentum in 2025. In a Code for Africa, CFA supported the investigation, and open source intelligent OSINT analysis indicated that the earliest major spike in mentions of related claims on X, formerly Twitter, appeared in March. On March 11 and 12, the United States Congress heard proposals from lawmakers seeking the imposition of sanctions on Nigeria as a country of particular concern. When was this? March 11th and 12th. That is, how many months ago is that? That's about 8 months ago. A CPC is a country with a manifest propensity to religious intolerance, discrimination, and persecution. Data from X show that online conversations referencing the Christian genocide narrative remained below 5,000 posts from March to July, rose to nearly 10,000 between July and August, and then recorded a double surge in October, peaking at around 20,000 posts, the highest level in years. Between January 1 and October 1, the period covered by the investigation, there were approximately 165,000 mentions of the topic on X, an average of about 578 posts per day. In the same period, the posts reached an estimated 2.83 billion people, a figure more than 12 times Nigeria's population of roughly 230 million and about one-third of the world's 8 billion people. About 38,000 of all posts about the topic came from users posting from Nigeria, based either on their profile location, geotag data, or if location from Meltware. The Cable found 4 prominent hashtags infused in the discourse: hashtag Christian genocide, hashtag Truth Nigeria, hashtag Lara Logan, and hashtag Biafra exit now. There are understandable reasons for some of the hashtags. Truth Nigeria is a media platform funded by equipping the persecuted. Okay, I found what I'm looking for. There are understandable reasons for some of the hashtags, but the hashtag. Okay, let me just go back. Let me just read everything. It's the way it's structured, but I think I can make sense of it now. Let me go back just a bit to read the hashtags again. The Cable found 4 prominent hashtags infused in the discourse: hashtag Christian genocide, hashtag Truth Nigeria, hashtag Lara Logan, and hashtag Biafra exit now. There are understandable reasons for some of the hashtags. Truth Nigeria is a media platform funded by Equipping the Persecuted, a humanitarian aid non-profit in Iowa, US. According to the platform's website, it was launched to challenge the biased mainstream media coverage of violence in Nigeria that ignores what they describe as a Christian genocide. Jude Saul, the platform's founder, has appeared on talks hosted by Lara Logan, a U.S. investigative journalist who has also amplified the claims. But the hashtag Biafra Exit Now was an inexplicable component within the online discourse. The cable found that the indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB, a separatist group in Nigeria that aims to restore the defunct Republic of Biafra, was among organizations featured in the X post that mentioned claims of a Christian genocide. Sentiment analysis of the conversations showed that 68.3% of the posts carried a negative tone. Analysis of data sets obtained from CFA also showed that keywords supportive of Biafra and Nnamdi Kanu, IPOB leader, appeared most frequently in author bios. Some X accounts, notable for championing calls for IPOB separation from Nigeria, featured in the conversation. Multiple tweets from J. Kokchukwu, for example, claimed an ongoing Christian genocide in Nigeria. The same account, which has about 241,000 followers, has repeatedly made posts in favor of IPOB. How did IPOB become entangled in the Christian genocide narrative? Confidence Mark Harry, a senior geopolitics analyst at SBM Intelligence, linked the separatist group's involvement in amplifying the claim to underlying ideological sentiments. Quote, "The story about Christian genocide in Nigeria is not something that was pushed by any other organization. IPOB started it as far back as 2016, Mark Harry said. In 2016, violent clashes between the separatists and state security forces in Anambra left an unconfirmed number of victims dead. Most of the killings were underreported. It was very common to see handles that showed Nigerian army violence against IPOB supporters and their members in the southeast," Makari explained. Makari also noted that IPOB is sympathetic towards the U.S. President Donald Trump administration. Christians were among Donald Trump's strongest supporters during his first and second terms, largely due to his positions on social issues such as abortion, religious freedom, and conservative judicial appointments. Similarly, Christianity is the dominant religion in Nigeria's southeastern region. I'll take that again. Similarly, Christianity is the dominant religion in Nigeria's southeast region. You also need to understand that their sympathy to the Trump administration, especially in 2017, was that he got into office with a huge backing of the evangelicals, he said. The framing of what they, IPOB, are going through in the hands of the Nigerian government, who they have accused of having an Islamic motivation, trying to suppress Christian ideology and all of that, the Trump administration will be a lot more responsive in their sanctions or their proposed sanction. But Mark Harry, are you still having problems with the internet? Is anybody still having problems with the internet? Please, can you hear me? I'm going to continue. Can you hear me? Can anybody hear me? You're good. Okay, so it's not me, it's you, others. The framing of what they, IPOB, are going through in the hands of the Nigerian government, who they have accused of having an Islamic motivation, trying to suppress Christian ideology and all of that, the Trump administration will be a lot more responsive in their sanctions or their proposed sanctions. But Mark Harry noted that an overwhelming drive of the resurrection of the Christian genocide narrative is owed to the Catholic Bishops' Conference of Nigeria, whose members have testified to an intentional killing of Christians in the U.S. Congress. Regarding IPOB's entanglement, quote, "Much of what they are doing is more in line with their own plight, not necessarily the plight of Christians generally. It is more of, quote, if the Trump administration focuses on Christian plight in Nigeria, there is a chance that a little bit of that spotlight will be on the southeast," unquote, he added. It also doesn't help that Inter-Society, an NGO that is very interested in documenting quote-unquote killings of Christians in the southeast, is at the forefront of this cause. Earlier this year, the International Society for Civil Liberties and Rule of Law in the Society, a pro-Christian civil rights group with a penchant for promoting sectional interest, claimed at least 7,087 Christians have been killed in 2025. The claim, which said the killed Christians surpassed the death of Palestinian civilians in Gaza this year alone, was circulated widely by foreign media. Cable Check, the cable's fact-checking arm, found the reports to be false. Emeka Umiagbalasi, Inter-Society's founder, repeatedly voices support for Biafra and Kanu. In 2023, Inter-Society condemned the criminalization of IPOB's Monday sit-at-home order in the southeast. The report was published in the Association of Catholic Information in Africa, ACI Africa. foreign interference. In a France 24 TV interview, Daniel Bola, special advisor to the president on policy communication, blamed the narratives of a Christian genocide in Nigeria on interference from Western actors. Bola said the instigated claims were in response to Nigeria's call for a two-state solution to the long-standing Israeli-Palestinian conflict, and so on and so forth. I don't want to go into what Bola said because it's going to change the narrative of what we're